Picture this. You're driving down a road in the middle of the United States, and all you see for hours is empty space. No houses, no people, just open land. It feels peaceful at first, but then, it starts to feel strange. Why are so many American states losing their people? What happened in these places that made entire towns vanish? Some states are freezing cold, others are too isolated, and many have seen their economies collapse. Let's take a closer look at the top 10 states that Americans are leaving behind. Number 10, Wyoming. If you ever visit Wyoming, you'll notice something right away. There aren't many people around. In fact, it's the least populated state in the entire country. That might sound peaceful, but it also means things like jobs, hospitals, and stores can be very far apart. Wyoming depends heavily on industries like coal, oil, and gas. But as the country shifts toward cleaner energy, those jobs are disappearing. With fewer career options, many young people leave to find work elsewhere. Add to that the harsh winters, icy roads, and the real risk of getting stuck during snowstorms, and you've got a tough place to live. While it offers beautiful scenery and plenty of space, most people aren't willing to trade comfort for solitude. Number 9, Vermont. Vermont is full of charming towns and beautiful forests. It has a calm, peaceful vibe that many people dream about. But behind the peaceful image is a state quietly losing its people. One big issue? It's expensive. Property taxes are high and everyday costs add up quickly. Jobs aren't easy to come by unless you already work remotely or run a local business. And don't forget the winters. They're long, dark, and filled with snow. It's not surprising that many young adults are moving out in search of better opportunities, leaving behind an aging population. Vermont is still lovely to visit, but for many people it's just too costly and cold to stay for good. Number 8, North Dakota. This state is known for wide open fields, low crime, and very cold weather. It's so cold in the winter that temperatures can drop to minus 60 degrees Fahrenheit. For many, that's simply unbearable. Even its biggest city, Fargo, feels more like a small town. Many people find it too lonely. The state experienced a short burst of growth during the oil boom, but that didn't last. As oil jobs dried up, people left again. For those who love isolation and don't mind freezing winters, North Dakota can be a hidden treasure. But for most, it's just too quiet and too cold to build a life. Number 7, South Dakota. South Dakota has some big landmarks like Mount Rushmore. But beyond the tourist spots, it's a different story. Outside a few cities, jobs are limited and the pay isn't great. Winters are brutal, and summers can be very hot. Tornadoes and snowstorms are part of life here. For young people especially, the lack of excitement or career paths makes it hard to stay. While there's no state income tax and the cost of living is low, that isn't enough to keep residents from moving to more vibrant states. South Dakota offers natural beauty and small-town charm, but that's not always enough. Number 6, Montana. Montana is one of the largest states in the country, yet barely 1 million people live there. Why? Because life in Montana is not easy. Some towns are so far from basic services that it can take hours just to get groceries or see a doctor. The winters are extremely harsh, with icy roads and freezing temperatures that can last for months. Spring brings floods, and summer can bring wildfires. On top of that, grizzly bears are a real danger in some areas. Jobs are also hard to find unless you work remotely or in seasonal industries like tourism. In some parts of the state, housing is cheap because few people want to live there. But in scenic areas, housing has become too expensive due to out-of-state buyers. For the few who enjoy roughing it in nature, Montana is ideal. But most people want easier access to jobs, healthcare, and schools. Number 5, West Virginia. West Virginia was once known for coal mining, but as that industry faded, so did many of the towns that depended on it. Jobs disappeared, poverty increased, and young people started moving away. The state also faces major public health challenges, including high rates of obesity, addiction, and heart disease. In many areas, access to quality healthcare is limited. The state's beautiful mountains come with difficult roads and isolated towns. With few new industries coming in and many schools and hospitals struggling, residents often feel like they're stuck in the past. While West Virginia still has close-knit communities and stunning views, for many families, there just aren't enough reasons to stay. Number 4, Nebraska. So Nebraska is known for its flat land and, those big skies, but honestly, its calm and quiet reputation is also what kind of drives people away. It just lacks the exciting features that a lot of young folks are looking for. No beaches, no mountains, and really not many urban centers. Tornadoes are a pretty big threat here, and winters can get super cold. while summers, well, they can be blistering hot. Outside of a few cities like Omaha and Lincoln, there just aren't many high-paying job opportunities. Farming is the main industry, but yeah, not everyone wants to work in agriculture. So, as a result, many young adults end up leaving after high school or college to look for more diverse careers elsewhere. Nebraska might be great for those who want peace and simplicity, but it's just not that appealing to people who are chasing excitement or modern job markets. Number 3. Alaska. Alaska offers stunning views and one-of-a-kind adventures, but daily life here can be extremely challenging. Some towns can only be reached by boat or airplane, making travel difficult. Winters are dark, long, and freezing. In some places, the sun barely comes up for months. Wildlife like moose and bears can pose serious dangers. While certain jobs in oil and fishing pay well, the overall cost of living is very high. Groceries, utilities, and even basic supplies cost far more than in most of the US. Many people try life in Alaska but leave after a few years. For the brave, Alaska is paradise. For others, it's just too remote and too expensive. Number 2, Kansas. Located right in the middle of the country, Kansas often gets overlooked. There are few natural landmarks or major cities to draw attention. The land is flat, and long drives often mean seeing nothing but fields for miles. Tornadoes are a constant threat, and the weather swings from freezing in winter to unbearably hot in summer. Job options outside of farming and manufacturing are limited, and wages tend to be low. Many young professionals leave to find better entertainment, salaries, and career choices elsewhere. While some may enjoy Kansas for its quiet pace and friendly communities, most people are simply looking for more. Number 1. Mississippi. Mississippi is rich in history and southern charm, but it faces serious problems. It has the lowest average income in the country, and struggles with underfunded schools and poor health care. Many people live in poverty, and have little access to medical care. The state also suffers from natural disasters like hurricanes and floods, which make life even harder. Young people often leave in search of better futures, and few outsiders move in. Although Mississippi has a strong sense of community and tradition, the economic and health issues make it one of the most difficult places to live in America. So there you have it, 10 American states that are losing people year after year. Whether it's because of the cold, lack of jobs, or isolation, these places are becoming more and more empty. But that doesn't mean they're bad places. For some, the peace and natural beauty are exactly what they want. Still, for most Americans chasing opportunity, excitement, and convenience, these states are just too hard to call home. Would you ever move to one of these states, or do you agree they're just too empty? Let us know in the comments, and if you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. There's always more to explore, and your support makes that possible. See you next time.